Comey was at an Intelligence National Security Alliance leadership dinner, and he said really about 2 sentences.
Yeah.
And this was enough for this journalist to track down his Twitter account. He said, "I care deeply about privacy. I treasure it. I have an Instagram account with 9 followers. Nobody's getting in. They're all immediate relatives and one daughter's serious boyfriend. Must be serious."
Yeah, no, I'm glad that he set the bar somewhere, right?
Right. "I let them in because they're serious enough. I don't want anybody looking at my photos. I treasure my privacy and security on the internet. My job is public safety." So basically, all he said was, "I'm on Instagram. I'm connected to my family, and I have 9 followers."
9 followers.
So Ashley Feinberg of Gizmodo, and David, if you would share the link inside of the chat room, we want to make sure everyone gets a chance to go look at the article for themselves. She took those 2 sentences and ran with it. So the first thing she did was she pulled up, and you can bring it up on the screen. She pulled up, she found his son's Instagram account. And by finding the son's Instagram account, she requested a follow, right? Permission to follow. I don't really do Instagram that much. And what you see on your screen here is after requesting to follow James Comey's son, it popped up with the recommendations of who also she should follow, other suggestions. This is algorithm based. This is right. This is the one. Go ahead and switch back to camera 2-1. This is the one step that I had never thought of.
Right.
Like if I'm looking for somebody, I'm trying to stalk somebody, to actually go get someone related to them and see if they pop up in the suggestions.
Yeah, no, I think it's at least we know that James Comey can be involved in a competent investigation. Got evidence of that here.
Not led by him.
No, not led by him, but he can be part of it.
He can
his presence does not destroy the ability to investigate. So,
all right,
we've proven that. No, very very clever. I've found myself very interested in online forensics, and I've seen similar tricks, but I wouldn't think that Instagram would be so dumb as to reveal all of the. I mean, if you're keeping your account private. Right, then you would think that would include not revealing your followers through such an easy trick. But
that would be that makes sense. So if I'm trying to remain private, then don't include me in your algorithm.
Yeah, right. Just ignore me, right?
Right.
But
one line, like less than one line of code.
Corporations don't like this, though, right? The entire internet business is based on the revelation of your personal information.
Yeah.
First the collection and then the revelation. So yeah, of course it doesn't. However, in this case, at the very least, we all benefited, right?
Yeah.
We all at least are enjoying the outcome. So she does that, and then what? Do you remember the next steps?
So after that, she found James Comey's son through Kenyon College Twitter account, right? So they connected to his son. The son connected to these mysterious accounts that really are all blank images, but she recognized the name in one, and she took the name. You can pull it back up on the screen. Reinhold
Niebuhr. Right.
Okay, there you go. So this is the account. It was private and it had 9 followers. So this was her trail. Because he said 9 followers, there's the 9 followers. And she took that to Twitter to see if she could find someone similar on Twitter. And this is what she found. She got to Twitter and found Reinhold Niebuhr with 1 follower. And basically it's an open account, so she was able to search through all of his likes. He only has 39 likes. He's following 27 people. And so she believes that based on what he liked and
the
based
likes
on...
are so funny if it is James Comey.
Yeah.
Comey.
We're going to pull up the like.
Well, first thing, so he named it, if this is in fact his account, after a theologian that he wrote a dissertation about.
Exactly.
So like he wants to be found, right? Like if you want to make a fake account, you pick a random name and you don't only like tweets about yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
So this is why it's like it's pretty. At the end, you'll see why I agree this is 100% his account.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this before the show. I really expect the FBI director to be a little more, I would think he would know a few more tricks to disguise his presence online.
You would think so. You think you would not use a name that relates to your life in any way,
right?
Just a
random name.
Just a random
Just
pseudonym.
use a random name generator.
Two, I mean, if I were going to make a fake, if I were James Comey and I was making a fake account, I would also just make a real account and be boring with it.
Yeah.
Right, and this is my account here, right? And you just like put like
or professional business
professional
account.
Stuff, right? Yeah. And then you keep this separately, and then we can go through his likes.
Yeah. I mean, pull up. Let's see what's next on the list. So these are the tweets that he liked. Donald Trump assembling the richest administration in modern history. He likes a couple from Washington Post, from the New York Times. A couple about the FBI's activities directly. In the bottom left-hand corner, FBI this week, the internet and child sex tourism. The FBI says the growth in internet web streaming is, so he's liking his own content.
He's just he's just a random FBI fan, right? Aren't there
Right.
millions of people out there who just like all the FBI tweets?
Yeah, no,
There's not. There's not.
Not for real.
There's only one FBI fan, and he runs the FBI.
This is what's funny about this is not only what he likes. I mean, and this is absolutely a non-story, other than the fact that it's hilarious.
Well, and that there's good evidence Ashley Feinberg ought to be running the FBI. But yeah,
she did this, and this was last night.
It's cool
conference.
stuff. It's honest entertainment.
And she's giving you, so this is working on two levels. She's giving you the strategy that you need to use for you to successfully track down the person that you wanted to connect with on social media. So for all of you people who are low-key stalking people, go to this article by Ashley Feinberg over at Gizmodo and take this master clinic on how to find someone who should probably be the most reclusive or the most difficult to find, and turns out she found him in a matter of an hour.
If in fact he doesn't want to be found, which clearly he didn't, he covered enough. But that's the other sort of question. I mean, why keep it secret? Why mention it if it is secret? Why not have a non-secret one that could cover it? Why make it so? I mean, I guess part of this is if you're of a somewhat older generation, right? And I might also be of this older generation. I would never assume that people would be triangulating my social media, right? So this is not something that would occur to him.
Right.
That said, all we've been hearing about him doing investigations about new media.
Yeah.
Right? That's all we hear over. And it's not like he just does, tobacco smuggling or something, right? Like he's been investigating emails, and I would suspect you'd think he would have a little more literacy in that area, but it is somewhat new. And look, I was surprised that I wasn't surprised this could be done. I was surprised with the sort of the elegance
ease
of her solution.
She was good. She did a really great job on tracking this down, on tracking them down. And it was almost unnecessarily easy for her to actually do this. I mean, granted, Instagram's algorithm made the ultimate connection that helped her find them, but the basic research that she did, probably, I said in an hour, but this probably took her 20 minutes to track them down. Let's go to the next few images so you can kind of see, and we'll wrap this one up. This is the funniest tweet that he liked.
What's going on
This
here?
is from some random dude, Jackie Barker. He said, okay, where do I know the FBI guy from? All right, this is a tweet that he liked. Here's the reality. Like, if you're on Twitter, you realize there's no way he found that tweet unless he searched for FBI guy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out who actually, I mean, clearly he talks like this, but if I was to search for someone talking about me, I would put in black, progressive, something, right? Something,
you
but
would.
who puts in guy? The word guy kind of throws me off, though.
Guy is unusual. Yeah, guy. But can we go back to the image? The guy is like shirtless and ripped, right?
Yeah.
Which might not be him, obviously. It looks to me, this isn't what it is, I suppose. But you ever get like a like on like an old tweet from like 2 years ago?
And you're like,
where
the hell did this come from?
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Like it's a spam like.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like
A spam bot.
spam like, but then he is responding, right? So something.
I mean, but he's Jim Comey is sitting around somewhere, probably not during the day. I'm not going to say he does this at work. He's doing this at home, right? We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But he's searching Twitter for FBI guy because he assumes
I see what you're saying.
that's what someone is going.
I wasn't really putting that together, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he. Oh wow, okay. Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like who thinks?
I didn't. Okay, so you are saying that he just must constantly be putting FBI guy in quotes in the Twitter
search engine to find out who's talking about that FBI guy.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Who talks like that?
I mean,
though?
He could, or that's assuming that he is not spending hours of this. He could just be putting in FBI and sorting through like thousands of tweets.
It's too many to sort through. For him to only have like 39.
How many of them are that hot? Just saying, it depends on what your filtering is.
But
right?
the moral of the story is, actually, so after the article came out today, this is what happened. Pull it up on the screen. He locked his Twitter account.
Yeah.
So So for that reason, I think this is the FBI director's Twitter account.
It seems pretty apparent. You think you might close the account and start a new one with a less obvious name and past. But although I guess if a new account comes on, it just he'd have to like be really patient in following his daughter's
though.
serious boyfriend.
Here are the rules. If you don't want to be found online, don't connect with anyone that you know. Don't connect to anything about your name in the past or anything remotely connected
Or
to you.
lock your
Don't like your own don't like your own tweets, right?
Well, if he just locked his account, and there's no reason not to lock his account because he's not tweeting anything that he wants to be seen publicly.
Right.
Right. So what reason we have to not lock it, but for not either just being so complacent and figuring who's going to go chasing this down, they could get it, or B, sort of not caring.
Yeah.
I mean, why keep it open?
He probably, why have it open in the first place?
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah.
Unless I'm telling you, he wanted to be caught. And the shirtless man could be the key to it all.